Ink Ribbon.
So I was invited to play the closed beta of Project Resistance, and I spent most of the weekend playing it and analyzing it for you guys. Obviously, I am a Resident Evil fan, but I went into this kind of reluctantly because after Operation Raccoon City and Umbrella Corps, I just kind of figured this probably wasn't going to be that great of a game. But I'm honestly surprised to say that I didn't have a bad time.
You have been infected. Find a blue herb.
Now, something to keep in mind during this video is that this is just a beta. It's kind of like a demo, basically. So there's only one level. You can only select quick match. So it's kind of just like a taste of the full game. But even with that, it offered a surprising amount of variety. When you start a match, you get to choose between playing as a survivor or as the Mastermind, or you can choose random. I did have to wait a while for each match to start, but once I got in, the connection held up really well and I didn't experience any lag or problems, aside from one disconnect. Okay, so first let's talk about Survivor Mode. In Survivor Mode, you play as one of 4 characters: Valerie, Samuel, Tyrone, or January. While they each have their own abilities, for the most part they didn't feel any different from each other. I think the only noteworthy abilities are January's ability to disable and hack cameras to stop the Mastermind, and Valerie's item sensing ability, which was surprisingly handy. Okay, so if you're like me, and you really wish that this was a Resident Evil Outbreak game, I am very happy to say that it's kind of like Outbreak. Almost. There were times when my teammates were crawling on the ground and they needed my help to get up so I could heal them, or there's times when I had to enter a key and they're shooting the enemies while I'm doing the puzzle, and it had like major Outbreak gameplay vibes, if that makes sense. When you're playing as survivors, it's all about teamwork. There are simplified goals that you have to accomplish as a team, ranging from inserting key items to destroying BOW containers. Completing these goals allows your team to move on to the next area, but the catch is that all your teammates have to get to the door together. This means no one gets left behind until you get to the end of the level. You can leave without your teammates then, but it significantly lowers your score. Unlike Outbreak, death is not a permanent out. When you're severely injured, you fall to the ground and crawl. While crawling, you can't heal, use weapons, or interact with anything, and you have to wait for your teammates to help you up, or wait until you die and respawn. One last thing worth mentioning about survivors is that you have an in-game currency that allows you to buy supplies from crates that are scattered throughout the level in safe rooms. Inside the crates are ammo, health, guns, and other items, allowing you to strategize to suit your playstyle. Oh, and there are melee weapons. Now let's talk about the Mastermind gameplay. I do have to say I am genuinely shocked at how much fun this mode can be. When you're playing as the Mastermind, you're playing solo and doing everything in your power to stop the survivors from escaping before the time limit is over. On the bottom left, you have a small meter that fills up slowly in sections. You have a collection of cards that have a value attached to them, and you have to wait until your meter reaches that amount before you can use the card. So for example, if a liquor card has a value of 7, you have to wait until your meter fills up to 7, and then you can place that liquor into the level. Now this is where the strategy comes into play. You move between cameras across the map, and it's up to you to decide where to place enemies and traps, as well as what kinds. And you have a lot of options. You've got crawling zombies, strong zombies, armored zombies, lickers, various floor traps, and you can turn your current camera into a machine gun and shoot other players directly. And the super move of the Mastermind is Mr. X. He's got his own meter that fills slowly, and once it's full, you're able to drop him into the level and directly control him for a limited time. And it is fun. You know, in Resident Evil 2 Remake, when Mr. X grabs Ben's head and just crushes it like a tomato? Yeah, you get to do that to the survivors. I honestly didn't even want to play the Mastermind mode. I was just like, I'm just gonna play a survivor, whatever. But then when I played Mastermind, I was like, this is really fun. After completing the game, regardless of what mode, you are awarded a score and you get currency, which I assume will be used to unlock and upgrade abilities and cards in the full version. And that's the closed beta in a nutshell. So, I will answer the two big questions that everybody has so far. Number one, is it like Outbreak? No, but yes, but not really, but more on the side of no, but it depends on you. Okay, so imagine if Outbreak is Coke and Project Resistance is Cherry Coke. Some people are going to prefer one over the other depending on what you like. So it's really hard to say. It's sort of. That's my answer. I don't know. Number two, is it good? Much to my surprise, I have to say yes. Capcom has a really bad track record for making Resident Evil spin-off games, but this one is actually very well designed and it's fun. Before playing the beta, I really wasn't interested in buying this game, but I think after playing it, I most likely will buy it, not just because I'm a Resident Evil fan, but because the gameplay impressed me. It was fun, it was intuitive, and that Mastermind mode though. I'm very excited to see what the final game is going to look like, and I'm excited to play online. Maybe I'll play with some of you guys in the future, which is weird for me because I normally don't play online games. I normally don't play multiplayer anything, so I will make an exception for this, and if there's Outbreak anything in the future, you know I will be there. So I may like it, but I wonder what you guys think. Again, it's up to your preference. So after everything I've told you, let me know what you think down in the comments, or you can hit me up on Twitter at InkRibbonGames. I'm Kai Morgan, and as always, thanks for watching Ink Ribbon. And a very special thank you to my bronze, silver, and gold Patreon supporters. Thanks to you, I can make videos without worrying about demonetization and grow my channel faster.